After journeying down the Kolyma highway, I ended up in Nizhniy Bestyakh, one of the most significant transport hubs in Yakutia. There is a terminus of Amur-Yakutsk main line with a transshipment terminal. Having spent the night in the truck near the station, we unloaded our orange container and loaded a new one, which needed to be delivered to Yakutsk. Bridge over Lena River has not been built yet, so we needed to use ferry to get to Yakutsk. Here we are at Lena River. This is the ferry that we will take to get to Yakutsk.
Нормальная такая тяга. Все, понесло.
So here we are on the ferry across Lena River. This massive ferry, fully loaded with trucks and containers. The approximate speed is about 25 or 30 kilometers per hour. It's going to take about an hour to get to the city. Having disembarked, we firstly went deep into the detached house suburbs to unload the container, and then we drove to Sanya's house. There he hosted us. The outskirts of Yakutsk were not outstanding, being a mix of detached houses and bedroom districts with classic Russian panelkas. However, due to the fact that the city was located on permafrost, the pipe systems that usually lay underground can be noticed on the streets to prevent permafrost from thawing. Same protective measures were taken during the construction of steel houses to create ventilated space between building's bottom and ground. On the contrast with the majority of other Russian cities, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the population of Yakutsk didn't decrease, didn't remain the same, but increased significantly, having reached 330,000 people in 2021. New residential areas are being built in the city, and some houses are decorated with Yakut patterns and mosaics, which creates exotic national vibe. We have got the first impression of the city observing it from the truck. We decided to walk around Yakutsk later and help Sanya with his household tasks first. Yakutsk is the largest city on permafrost. Ice layer here reaches up to 300 meters underground. It is extremely important to monitor the state of the permafrost and track any changes occurring in it. This is done by the Permafrost Institute. There you can get inside the permafrost itself. Remains of ancient animals found in the Yakut ice are kept in ice corridors 15 meters underground. I managed to see a life-size mammoth skeleton in the Mammoth Museum. After exploring Yakutsk, I went to the Lena Pillars. What's going on, world? Today I start hitchhiking towards one of the miracles of Russia that is called Lenskие Stolby. This is some kind of a national park in the Republic of Sakha in Yakutia. And I just want to see it, to film it, and to tell you some information about it, because this is probably one of the most attractive places in the entire Republic of Sakha.
Приезжаем к городу Покровск. Чем известен Покровск якутский?
Ну, во-первых, это один из самых старых городов. Районный центр Харловского Улуса.
Улусами здесь называются районы, да?
Район, да.
В Якутии, получается, везде дома на сваях?
Маленькие дома, их ставят прямо на землю. Более того, ни в коем случае нельзя этот травяной слой срывать. Ну, вот в деревнях так ставят, не на сваи. Прямо на землю, ничего абсолютно не обкапывая. Если дерн содрали, все, она будет таять, таять и тонуть. Что бы ты туда не насыпал, хоть каждое лето потом этими самосвалами почву завозить, она все будет уходить, протаивать.
Большое спасибо.
Удачи.
Хорошего дня.
Спасибо большое.
Ага.
Давай,
Всё,
счастливо.
желаю удачи.
Ага. Почти у цели.
This is the road that I need to follow to reach the village there I go. So I've been here for 1.5 hours and only one car passed in certain direction and it didn't stop.
Ну, вот мы и добрались до деревни Титары. Здесь нам предстоит либо пересаживаться на водный транспорт, либо идти пешком.
I have got to the village I needed. It is located straight on Lena River. The opposite shore is invisible because of the smoke of forest fires. There are plenty of boats on the beach, but very few people actually.
А тут кто-нибудь в это время еще чисто теоретически плавает в сторону столбов?
I haven't succeeded in hitchhiking a boat towards Lenskiy Stolby. I'm the only fucking bum sitting here on my backpack talking to a camera with zero chances to get to my final destination today. Basically now I have several options. The first one is to sitting down here and wait for a miracle when a random car or a truck will follow this road and give me a lift to the tourist base located in 15 kilometers from here. Second option is to overnight here and tomorrow ask boat owners for giving me a lift to Stolby. Then the third option is to walk to that campsite, to that tourist base, camp there and find some people in the morning who have boats or shit. So all the options sound disgusting, to be honest. Having killed some time near the bonfire, I accidentally figured out that it was almost night time. I was exhausted to go anywhere and I saw no reason to check the situation on the shore because it was unlikely that someone would sail that late up the river. I pitched my tent and fell asleep. The following day I tried to walk down the road that was marked on my map. I expected to reach a village which was closer to the pillars but ended up in a swamp, so I returned to the settlement I walked from to try another road that was not marked on the map. It appeared to be the right decision because I was picked up by a car heading to the next village up the river. There the driver with his son were going to change to a boat and sail to their settlement 200 kilometers up the river. They also gave me a lift on a boat, so I managed to reach Batamai village, located right opposite the Lena Pillars.
Держишь?
Давай.
Ну, спасибо большое.
Удачи.
Вам тоже спасибо. Давай, счастливого пути.
Alright, I was not yet on the pillars themselves, but I could already see them. In Batamai, I quickly found a tourist hostel and bartered locals the transport to the pillars for mentioning their Instagram in the description to this video. if one day you decide to overnight with the view on Lena Pillars to go fishing in the wilderness of Yakutia, or if you just need a boat, you can contact the guys who helped me following the link to their Instagram in the description. And here we go!
Через нос?
Да, да.